Hello, I'm Hal Brown from Lloyd's List at the Informa LNG conference. I'm with Aksel Skjervheim from Gasnore, which is owned by the Shell Group.
Hi, Hal.
Hello, Aksel. This morning we've heard lots of opportunities that there are for the LNG shipping industry because there's new supply coming from Australia and the US. So how does Shell fit in and Gasnore fit in with those opportunities? Where do you see those opportunities?
Well, we see a really huge opportunity for LNG as a fuel for shipping. It fits very well with the environmental regulations for shipping, because if we look at the big picture, so in traffic, land-based traffic, there has been a lot of regulations over many years, and also for the industry, while the shipping has had less regulations, and now it's being regulated from 2015 and onwards. And so then we see LNG as a growing fuel in this business because it's very clean and also very simple to operate.
Sure, okay. So do you see that as growing and taking over from opportunities in the cargo carrying arena? Because at the moment, cargo carrying of LNG is the biggest opportunity there is, but LNG as a marine fuel is growing. So do you see them coming into balance in the future?
Well, we see LNG as a fuel growing from the coastal waters and the environmental regulated waters and into the deep water shipping.
Sure.
From 2015 and onwards 2020 and so on.
Sure. And when it comes to LNG as a fuel, there's lots of discussion about the alternatives. You can have scrubbers placed on board ships which clean up the exhaust, and maybe we'll be paying for more expensive diesel to power the ships. So how do you see those alternatives playing out against each other?
Well, I think there will be not only one solution in the future. I think there will be MGO, there will be fuel oil with scrubbers and other treatment, and there will be LNG. And this will be balanced differently in the different waters, different regions, depending on emission controls and so on. Sure,
okay. And when talking about the LNG global fleet, so the number of vessels that are in the global fleet that carry LNG as opposed to run on LNG, it's growing. And there has been some concern that it's growing too big. These vessels may be unemployed in the next few years because there's not enough cargoes. How do you see that? Do you think that might happen or not?
Well, then you're into the more bigger picture of global energy supply, because the role of the ships is, of course, that they bring the gas from where it's found and to where it's used. And so this is a little bit more the global energy picture, which I myself am not working so much on, but I think that's necessary to bring the gas to where the market is.
Sure, okay. And just lastly, there's been some talk in the market that LNG as a marine fuel is really a long way off, and it's been slightly overhyped, perhaps. How do you respond to that?
I don't think it's overhyped at all. We have so far been doing about 12,000 bunkerings of LNG, and we do about 2,000 a year now. So this is something which is not in the future, it's here now, and it's not really a big technology step either. You use more or less the same engines, modified though, but more or less the same engines, and with a tank on board. And it's very easy to operate, and so it burns very cleanly, and you don't need to do any modifications with the fuel and so on, and not with the exhaust. So this is really quite standard technology.
Excellent. Thank you, Aksel.
Thank you.